I just saw the 1989 comedy drama anthology Mystery Train, written and directed by Jim Jarmusch. Now, I've seen a bunch of his films, and my biggest problem with them is that usually, not always, but usually, nothing much happens, even when the stories are charming and there's some laughs and often poignant moments. And so it goes with Mystery Train. As I mentioned, it's an anthology whose three stories center around a Fleabag hotel called The Arcade and an early morning gunshot. Story 1 involves a pair of Japanese tourists, Masatoshi Nagase and Yuki Kudo, who are traveling by train across country and stop in Memphis to see the city, but especially Graceland, Elvis's home for those 8 people in the world who don't know. They talk and they walk around and end up at the arcade, where they're awakened the next morning by a gunshot. The second story is about an Italian widow, Luisa, played by Nicoletta Broschi, who is stranded in Memphis while escorting her husband's body back to Italy. Somehow she ends up sharing a room at the arcade with Elizabeth Bracco, who basically talks non-stop about her ex-boyfriend that she's fleeing Memphis from in the morning. Eventually she falls asleep, and Luisa is visited by an apparition of Elvis, who seems confused about where he is, says he must be in the wrong place, and then disappears. In the morning, the two women hear a gunshot. Finally, Johnny, played by the Clash singer Joe Strummer, upset over his girlfriend leaving him, of course, it's Elizabeth Bracco from the previous story, with her brother, Steve Buscemi, and their friend Rick Aviles, who watch gape-mouthed as Joe Strummer robs a liquor store and shoots the clerk. They end up at the arcade because they happen to know the manager, Screamin' Jay Hawkins of all people, and spend the night getting drunk and hiding from the cops. In the morning, Johnny tries to kill himself, but accidentally shoots Steve Buscemi in the leg when he attempts to take the gun away. Thus, the mysterious gunshot. They take him to the hospital, while Luisa heads to the airport with her dead husband, and Elizabeth Bracco and the Japanese tourists get back on the train. I mean, I'm sure there was a point to all of this, but I didn't get it. And since the 3 stories were neither very funny, very interesting, or very profound in any way, I rated Mystery Train a 5.7, and if you know my scale, you know that a 5.5 to a 5.9 is decent, and yeah, I guess it was decent. But don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments. Now I gotta run, because the next movie I want to see is starting right this minute.